On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you a little fried chicken video. But before I move on to that, I want to pause right here to say special thanks to my patrons that have been making my page possible. In the description of this and all my other videos, there will be the link to my Patreon page. Our post notifications shout out today goes right up there. So I've got me here some seasoned chicken, a few pieces of seasoned chicken, not a lot, and you can season your chicken in the way you want to. I've got me 3 eggs. I've got me a Ziploc bag with some flour and some cornstarch. I just added a little salt to the mix, but if you want to go ahead and extra season your flour, you can go ahead. Some people like it that way, so you can go ahead. I've got here some corn flakes in this other bag. So I will be putting my pieces of chicken, coating it in the bag with the flour. Then I am going to add it to another Ziploc, and I'm going to be adding my little egg wash to it. Then I'll be coating it with the corn flakes. So the first thing I'm going to be doing right here is like putting in my pieces of chicken in this bag, and as I told you, I have some cornstarch and the flour with a little salt. But you might want to, like, you know, some people like them food heavily seasoned. So if you want to add a few pieces, you want to add some, what's that thing? If you want to add seasonings to your flour, you can feel free to go ahead. So I'm going to be coating my chicken in the flour. You can add your flour in a container and you just, you know, but you know, this is like a less mess on your hand, and then less cleaning up too, because as soon as you finish, you just discard of these Ziplocs with the whatever excess flour leave. So remember, you know, try to highball the amount of chicken you have and the amount of flour you want to use. You don't want to use too much flour, and then because when you take out the chicken, shake off the excess flour, you have to just throw out that flour. So you don't want to use too much. It's better you use, and then if you see that it's not enough, you put a little more. You don't want to waste your flour. Okay, so in the Ziploc here now, we are just holding up. You could also have another Ziploc and season in your Ziploc too, you know? Yeah. So you can just use Ziploc straight through. Get the process. So I'm gonna shake it up in there a bit, shake it up and return. So my chicken pieces have been coated, so I'm gonna be removing them with, I would use my gloves. I'm gonna be removing them, and you see they are well coated. Put it in there. I'm gonna do this to each piece. Remove the excess flour. You wanna shake it, see? Alright. So you just throw this out, okay? Now this is my coated chicken pieces. I've just added about a tablespoon of water to my 3 eggs. And remember, if you are using more pieces of chicken, eyeball your amount of chicken, family, to the amount of egg mixture and so that you're gonna need. So if you're using more chicken, then you would need more egg mixture, whatever. So I'm just turning it into an egg wash. Yeah, I've added 3 eggs. I'm using 3 eggs, and I've added a tablespoon of water. That is what we call egg wash. Make sure your Ziploc is intact. Use new ones, please. I'm just going to be pouring this in there, seal it, and then I'm going to be just doing the same. You see that? Yeah. Do this. So all coated in the Ziploc with the egg wash, and if you notice, I don't have too much liquid is going to be left over. Now we have our corn flakes here, just pure corn flakes, and we crush it out a bit. So I'm going to be putting in my chicken pieces in here. I don't like to do them one by one, because when you do them one by one, as soon as the moisture, you take out 2 pieces. I like to do it like all the pieces at once. So, but if you want to do it in like pieces, you do it. But I feel like when I do it this way, as soon as you put in a few pieces and just or 1 or 2 pieces, and then you like coat it, the cornflakes get soggy and then it doesn't hold anymore. So for me, I put in all of them into this. If you want to put in all of them, you eyeball your cornflakes. Okay, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. So here we go, but this time you want to press your cornflakes on. Okay, let me get too much here. Let me get out some of the air out the bag. You want to press on, mix in, and press on in there. So here we go. We have our chicken all coated now with our cornflakes. So the flour on, the egg wash, and then we put it in the bag with the cornflakes. What we're going to do is rest it in our refrigerator for about 45 minutes to 1 hour uncovered, or if it's your freezer, you can leave it for 30 minutes. So in the interest of time, we are done a batch and we put it on our freezer. I left it in my freezer for about 35 minutes. So they are set onto it now. Everything is set. We are going to be definitely 100% deep frying these. They are cold, so I'm going to leave it to come back to room temperature whilst I preheat my oil. Deep fat fry, next clip. Okay, now so we have our oil all heated, and this is how our chicken looks. And I have heated my oil on the medium. So what you want to do, you just want to put one piece, and as soon as you put a piece, you give the oil a little, just give it a little break in between. You don't want to put all of them one time to too much, like you want to, like, you know, dim in or lower the temperature. All right, so we want to fry it like that, and we are going to put it, this is definitely deep fry, so I'm going to put in another one. You see that? So you don't put in everything at once. You see that? Yeah, you put in them and give them like a minute or a minute and a half, you know, so that the oil can just stay up on par. All right, if you have a thermometer, get your thermometer info and use your thermometer. So we're not going to come back, we're not going to be turning these are going to be frying in the oil. Okay, it's called deep fat frying. So at this point I will just leave those and let them fry. The oil is there, everything is, it's like a little above medium. They're going to be cooking thoroughly. Also, you don't want to come now and start turning around these chicken pieces, because you will definitely get those flakes falling apart. You want to let them fry and stay there. Okay, and you know when it's almost cooked, maybe you want to give this about 20 minutes in that oil. Yeah, and then you come to remove and to check on it. Okay, so this is where we're at. So look at our pot here. You see that they have been fried and they have just popped themselves right up. They're floating to the top right there. So you want to just remove them now onto a wire wrap to retain that crunch. That's what you want to do. Okay, we're going to leave them on the wire wrap, and I'm going to put in this other piece that I have. Okay, so as they fry, they will come right up to the top, and that is when you know that they have been cooked. That oil is at a certain temperature and they have come right up. So there you have it, your crunchy fried chicken. Okay, I'm going to put this other one in there, and I'll turn the temperature not too high because it's only one piece. So first things first, these have been here for almost 8 minutes. They have been cooled down, they have stopped dripping, and you can see under there, because I know people are going to say, oh Miss Debbie, why don't you open it and show it to us? Let me tell you, once it's there sitting and it drips, you can see it start dripping. We use hand towel, and you don't see any bloody water dripping from it. Your chicken is properly fried. And I've said this times and times. You don't have to open it. Once you put it on this rack to maintain this crispiness, and I like about 5 to 7 minutes past, and you see right under there, there isn't anything dripping. Hair is coming under there, and you know, hair is passing through the top. So your chicken is properly cooked and it's fat dripping and there's no bloody water. Another thing. So we are doing this one on a lower temperature. You saw us put it down in there because we didn't want to crowd our pot too much. It is at the bottom. When you see it, you see it starts coming up. It will be ready in maybe another 2 to 3 minutes. That's how it works. When the chicken is deep fried, and when you're doing deep fried chicken, it goes down into the oil, cooks down into that heat. That heat is trapped within there, cooking that chicken through. Hello? And then, as soon as it cooks through, and that moisture in it is released in the oil. Also another thing, when the oil stops making those little frying sounds, your chicken is cooked to the core. Okay, so this is our finished chicken. Let me give you one more shot at them. Thanks for loving. Thanks for supporting. Remember to make sure you're subscribed. Remember to thumbs up the videos. And let me tell you, I'll catch you again with another video.